Hello and welcome to another episode of Overlord Explained. I'm Shergog and today we will talk about all 11 world-class items of Ainz Ooal Gown that are in the guild and in the Overlord's possession. Or rather, we will continue from the first part. But before we dive into the topic, let me quickly say thanks to all of my Patreons for supporting this channel and for choosing today's video topic, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function, who made one-time donations. And now let's get to the actual topic. And we will start by continuing directly with Aura's world-class item, the depiction of nature and society. This world-class item always reminded me of the best Naruto arc, and I think you know why. The depiction can transport monsters, NPCs and players into one of 100 worlds. Once trapped in this world, one not only faces various dangers, such as lava worlds or vast deserts, but one also has to contend with the NPCs inside the world item, because after a certain time, reinforcements will spawn, with approximately 60% of the captured enemy strength. This means that whoever had been captured must now expand massive amounts of resources and items to fend off these enemies. Meanwhile, the world-class item user can either relax and watch as the enemy runs out of items and potions and depletes their mana reserves, or they can personally join the battle. However, this world item is not without its disadvantages. If a group of captured enemies manages to find a way out of this labyrinthine world, they also escape with it. In other words, every use of the world-class item could potentially lead to the loss of this world-class item. And as you can imagine, Ainz Ooal Gown, aka the Guild of Momonga back in Yggdrasil, obtained this item for themselves in this particular way. Next in line is the Throne of Kings, a world-class item obtained by Ainz Ooal Gown, the predecessor organization of Ainz Ooal Gown. After overcoming a great challenge, namely the besting of a highly difficult dungeon, which, after all, would become the Great Tomb of Nezarec itself. The one who sits on the throne not only receives a boost to their stats, but also gains complete knowledge of the location of enemies and allies within the dungeon, or rather the Great Tomb of Nezarec. Furthermore, the throne provides an overview of their stats and other related information. Finally, it completely blocks teleportation and divination magic within the throne room. And now let's move on to the 12th of the 11 world-class items of Ainz Ooal Gown. Now this isn't a reference to the 9 pieces of 8, but this world item that is now lost is called Atlas, and it is no longer in the possession of the guild since it was stolen. The theft led to a great mistrust towards potential new members within the Great Tomb of Nezarec, as well as some suspicion towards guests. And I have speculated before that perhaps the 8 great kings or one of the 6 great gods of Slain were involved in the theft back in Yggdrasil Online. And one of them might be indeed revealed as the culprit later on, which would bring a nice and neat closure to this storyline. And although we don't know much about this world item, its name alone suggests that it could have some connection to the world itself, because Atlas in Greek mythology was the titan who carried the world on his shoulders, implying that Atlas may have some abilities related to altering landscapes, changing the world, or do something else on those lines. Perhaps it is the reason why the world map resembles parts of the Middle East. Or it could also explain why the floating guild base of the 8 Greek kings float in the first place. And now let's move on to the remaining world items, of which we know the names, but not the specific abilities. And we will start with IGEA's Chalice. As the Chalice of IGEA, it likely possesses various healing abilities, as it is named after the Greek goddess of healing. Billion Blades is a world item worn either by Demiurge or Cocytus. It probably summons numerous floating swords or other weapons that can independently attack the enemy, just like the swords of Lachius can. Or even better, the various weapons of Platinum Dragonlord's armor. The caloric stone possessed by the guild is made from various ultra-rare ores, such as celestial uranium, and can serve as the core of a golem. And there's speculation that Albedo's sister Rubedo might be powered by this very world-class item. According to Ainz, Rubedo needed to be booted up, and the process of creating Rubedo was different from Albedo and the creation process of her sister. So there are some credible hints that this theory will be valid. Next is a world item formerly used by Auriel Omega that is now worn by Sheltier. And considering that Auriel controlled the teleportation network of Nezuik, and considering that Sheltier has a similar ability to this with her gate spell, that also lets her transport things and people with essentially a hole within the dimensions, creating what is essentially a wormhole between places. There is rightful speculation that this world item is related to teleportation and dimensional control. Lastly, Nezuik houses 2 of the 20. These are world items that are so powerful that they can even break the defense mechanism of regular world items. This means that even the wielders of world items or the Dragonlords themselves, again including Platinum, could be influenced by these 2 items. Their specific ability are unknown, but one of these items could potentially break Sheltier's mind control, meaning they are incredibly strong. Hence why all of the strongest 20 world items are just one-time use, and they will disappear and reappear somewhere else after they had been utilized. And that concludes all 12 of the 11 world items that the Great Tomb of Nezuik could acquire during its existence. And with the attack on the Theocracy, Ainz might secure a 12th item, namely Downfall of Castle and Country. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching. Be sure to watch the first part and let me know what you're thinking about everything in this video, including the video itself, down in the comment section. And with that said, I say my special thanks to Order Daddy Order, Bad Guy Yi, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Dragonlord Plaxidus Saxophone, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Hat, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Lothrazer, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Oh Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Paz Sonich, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cune Carcos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.